If I were to ask you what's holding you back in a one-on-one conversation, what would you say? I believe for many of you, your answer would be fear. Fear has the ability to paralyze us, to make us immobile, to keep us stuck in our situation and thought processes so that we do not move forward to pursue the goal or the dream that we have. And so this month's theme, I'm so glad to say, is focused on fear. 4 aspects of fear. There are many aspects to fear, and of course we can't cover them all, but there are 4 that I see over and over again, that I hear over and over again as an excuse not to move forward. Number 1 is the fear of failure. What if it doesn't work? Number 2, confusion. I don't know what to do. I have a lack of clarity. Confusion actually drives fear. Number 3, the failure to consider successes. What have you done before when you were scared, when you were fearful, and were successful in it? What resources did you pull in? What strengths did you lean upon? And then finally, number 4, the fear of success. I know it may seem like, why would anyone be fearful of being successful? But we know that success comes with its own repercussions, with its own new narratives and other things. So we want to look at that as well too. This week, however, we're going to focus on the fear of failure. So if you have that fear that you won't make it, what are some of your reasons? I can tell you what I've heard from other people, and even some of these excuses I've used for myself. What if I don't know enough? What if I don't have what it takes? What if God really didn't tell me to do this and I'm just doing it on my own? What if it's just too hard? There's too many pieces, there are too many layers, and I am just stuck. I'd like to invite you to remember, first of all, your why. Think about what it is that you want to do, and then think about what about it is important for you. Because when you begin to think about why it's important in the first place, you build up that motivation that leads to the momentum to help you move forward. So what is your goal, and what about it is important to you? And then I want you to think about, what's the worst that could happen? Since we know that you cannot fail doing what God has told you to do, because if it's His plan for your life, you cannot fail at doing it. You can only learn. You can only embrace new opportunities for growth and development, but you cannot fail. So what's the worst case scenario if it doesn't work out like you thought it would? And then what is the best case scenario? What if it works? Just like He showed it to you, just like you planned it, just like you laid it out. What if it works? What would that open up for you? What benefit would it be for you and your family? And what are the necessary resources that you can start to pull in now to prepare yourself to move forward? And then lastly, I'd like to ask you, what would you be giving up if you did nothing and continue to operate in fear? So those are my questions for you today. I want you to think about that. We can move forward despite the fear of failure, knowing that if we're moving forward according to what God has told us to do, we simply cannot fail. So what are you neglecting in your life right now that you should be doing, but you're not doing because you feared failure, but now you know you can't fail at it? What are you going to do with what you now know? I'll see you next week for confusion. How to rid yourself of confusion so that you begin to move forward effectively. Have a great day.